so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming after the
All praises. Hey, Northern Kingdom Minute. We're going to look into exactly what Cat was bringing out. Exactly what Cat was bringing out. You got the apologetics that will say the curses of Deuteronomy, have already been fulfilled, done away with. That's something that's in the past.
Yep.
But this article proves the contrary. Go ahead and read.
Afro-Cuban drums, Muslim prayers, Buddhist mantras, religious diversity blooms in once atheist Cuba.
That makes my head hurt just thinking about that. You've got Buddhists, Christians, and Muslims all in one place making music. Go ahead.
Scroll down.
It's like gumbo.
Yeah.
The 1959 Castro-led revolution installed an atheist communist government that sought to replace the Catholic Church as the guiding force in the lives of Cubans. But 65 years later, religion seems omnipresent in Cuba, a dazzling diversity. The bell tolls on Catholic churches, and the call to prayer summons Muslims.
One religion, two religion,
in downtown Havana.
Okay.
Buddhists,
three,
chant mantras as they gather at the home of a jazz museum. Jews savor rice, beans, and other Cuban staples for Sabbath dinner.
That's Amalek, for the record.
Yep.
All right. That's Amalek that's infiltrated Cuba, also known as the tribe of Manasseh, biblically. Read.
Santeria.
Santa what?
Santeria.
Witchcraft.
Yep.
Devotees immerse the senses as they dance and slap drums in a museum filled with statues, paying homage to their Afro-Cuban deities.
Deities. And you know what's heavy, Cap, is the fact that you've got Christian, quote-unquote Christians, who will see the Santeria, will see the idols, will see the blood offerings, and won't call it out. They'll go along with it. Why? Because it keeps bringing in money. It keeps people in those churches. Read.
And leave offerings to the goddess of the sea.
The goddess of the sea. Scroll down to where it says, read more. We can get that video playing. Yep, keep scrolling down. That video right there. Just click play. This whole mess right here. So Northern Kingdom continues in this confusion. This is in Cuba.
Got the Jewish people, so-called Jewish.
Philosophy professor at Havana University. So they're all in cahoots. They're all in bed together with this. You've got Catholics, you've got the witches and Santeria, Buddhists, and so-called Jews, because they ain't the real Jews.
Hold on, go back. I want y'all to see what he said about how people are. I don't know if y'all can remove the disclaimer at the bottom real quick so we can read this.
I see it. Yes, sir.
Read it for me, Gadiel.
In Cuba, it is not uncommon that someone goes to meet a babaloa.
A babalao is a high priest in Santeria. That's
so
what he is.
That's a witchcraft.
Correct.
Press play. So you meet a high priest in the morning.
Santeria high priest in the morning and can visit a Pentecostal temple in the afternoon.
So you go to a regular Sunday church in the afternoon, read.
And at night goes to mass.
So at night you go to the Catholic church. They say that's not unnormal for
why are they finishing on the Catholic Church?
Correct. And you know what's heavy, Cap, is while they go to mass, they have the audacity to break bread while they're at mass.
Right.
Like it's a righteous thing.
This is crazy.
This is the abomination and the vomit that Northern Kingdom is dealing with.
Keep press play.
And doesn't see any type of conflict in its spirituality.
Confusion.
Right. Hey, give me that Isaiah real quick.
Yes, sir.
Not Isaiah. I want Hosea. About a silly dove. That's what I want. I want Ephraim is a silly dove.
Straight confusion. He literally just named everything from Santeria to the quote-unquote Christian church, which is really the colonialism of our people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, black people, so-called black people, you know, we go through all those different religions throughout the span of our life, but not at the same time.
Same time.
Not in a weekend.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You found it yet? Ephraim is a silly dove?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Hosea chapter 7 and verse 11. Ephraim also is like a silly dove.
Ephraim what?
Is like a silly dove.
The Bible says that Ephraim, the so-called Hispanics, you so-called Cubans, are like a silly dove. Read.
Without heart. Without heart.
Right, because your heart is not established in one place, mainly in the law, statutes, and commandments. When you read the Bible, Northern Kingdom, every single one of their kings were wicked.
Right.
Doing the same thing that they still doing to this day. Worshiping idol gods. That's how you know who they are. Read it again.
Ephraim also is like a silly dove. Without heart. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria.
They call to Egypt and they go to Assyria. What does that mean? They love to run to other gods for their solutions. They was doing the same thing back then. Same thing. And they still find themselves in the same conditions. Go ahead. So do you have some on that?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to bring out Deuteronomy 28. Bring it out. They're going to be worshiping wood and stone.
Yep.
Sure.
Great precept.
Because that's what they keep running back to. They have the Catholic Church. You got philosophers of the world.
Right.
What's that? 1 Corinthians with those who go to school, right, are not smarter than the prophets of the Bible.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
So we know that Israel has been scattered, northern and southern kingdom. And as we were scattered, we did what? Intermingled, intermarried, and we took on a lot of these heathen customs, and we see them now. And that's just one city in Cuba, Havana.
Right.
Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
If you were to go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they don't know these gods. They know the God of the Bible. And that's what we're trying to get back to. That's why we do the things we do, because of the mess we have here. And that goes back to the calling that we have. I had the opportunity, Cap, of just yesterday, myself, I was leaving myself with teaching out to the Northern Kingdom. So it's things like that where we see our people are still involved in this idolatry. We need to go back home. We're trying to go back home.
Right. Press play on the video. Let's see the rest of this.
That's another act of witchcraft she's doing. Look at this.
What?
Madness.
It's called littering.
Right.
Yo, sinceramente, tengo mucha fe.
I have so much faith in my saint.
So she's not even having faith in the Most High God.
Right.
Her saints, that's it. And they're showing their respect to him with that dance. Here we go. And they think, well, yeah, they got the 7-branch menorah. So they try to put that phase on to where, they're bringing in the truth of the Most High, but it's not it.
We are Jews. That sense of belonging, that is my identity.
And that sister Northern Kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to some extent, she's right, but what she's being taught is wrong.
Yep.
Completely wrong.
Pertenencia de esta es mi identidad a pesar de yo vivir
In spite of living here in Cuba, as I reflect myself in Israel.
En Israel.
There's the mass in the Catholic Church.
Cubans are believers, but sometimes they believe in everything.
I mean, come on.
Wow.
Ramon Suarez.
So it says
believers.
they're
but they believe
believers.
in everything.
They believe in everything. That's confusion, y'all. Most High is not the author of confusion. Go ahead, play it. So that book says libertad religiosa is freedom of religion. Then you got the Muslim mosque.
Hey, give me that.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Mosque.
Hey, give me Matthew 7 real quick about wide is the gate.
Man, this is wow.
Yes, sir. Right. And so when we get the privilege to go out to these countries, this is what we're going to be confronted with.
Right.
This is what we have to look forward to.
Hey, that's like when I was in Sierra Leone. You had, they call them Christmas Christmas.
Jeez.
Because they say they Christians, but then they be Muslims.
Right.
They celebrate in both of the religions. They celebrate each other holidays. It's crazy.
Because it's common for the husband or the wife, one to be Christian and one to be Muslim.
Right. So that's what I'm saying here. But that's funny. But that lets you know this is Northern Kingdom. It says they believe, but they believe in everything. Right?
Everything.
Go ahead, read that. Let's see what God says about that.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
What did the Bible say?
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. So guess what? It ain't no everything belief that's going to get you into the kingdom of heaven. Let's see what the straight way is. Give me 2 Ezra 7:21 real quick. Enter ye in at the straight gate. Let's see what that straight gate, straight way is that God prescribed for us. Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 21. For God had given straight commandments.
For what?
For God had given straight commandments.
God have given us straight commandments. And according to his commandments, it says, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right.
So it ain't no time for no Santeria.
Correct.
And this and that. And no, that's not the Bible.
Correct.
Read it again.
For God hath given straight commandments
Read.
to such as came.
To such as came.
What they should do to live. What they should do to live.
God gave you instructions on what you should do to live. Keep this in mind for when we go over the Christians too later in the show.
Yes, sir.
Read.
Even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Hold on. And what they what?
Should observe to avoid punishment.
So according to the scripture, God gave us things to observe. So guess where you're going to find those things at? In the Bible.
That's right.
So if you're doing something opposite, then you're not observing, thus saith the Lord. And that's why Christ said, wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So you need to ask yourself, am I doing the straight and narrow, meaning what? I'm doing exactly what's... I just go back to school. I'm a school teacher. You give directions sometimes to kids and say, hey, do this, and that. And they do something completely different. You're like, what the hell is this? Failed. That's what a lot of y'all doing. It's like, hold on. God said do this, and that. Where you get an Easter bunny at?
Right.
Where you get Pentecost after Lent at? Where do you find this stuff?
Correct.
What Bible you reading? Go back to Matthew 7.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Read.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat.
And many, like he said the Cubans, he said, they believe, but they believe everything. So you got a whole city that's like that. I know you just left, what country you was
Suriname.
in? Suriname.
And it was,
and they worshiping Baal and everything.
Same thing.
What is going on amongst Northern Kingdom?
And it's the influences of all the nations around us that we pick up on. Let me get one. Give me the Amos 3:3 first, because they say if you don't believe in anything, you'll fall for everything, right? Give me Amos 3:3, and then give me Psalms 1:1.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
So who's right?
Right.
And walking with the Father.
Right.
Who's right? You got like 15 different religions.
Right. Yep.
Who's right? And sometimes they say, well, you got to respect everybody's religion.
Right.
No, that's not biblical.
Nope.
That in itself is not biblical. We're supposed to destroy all the other religions. Go ahead.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Now, I want you to go to Psalms 1:1. Watch this.
Psalm chapter 1 verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
That's all these other religions right here. Go ahead.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Now, watch verse 2.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
That's your resting place.
Right.
That's where your delight's supposed to be, in the law of the Lord. Go ahead.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Now, verse 3.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Because what we're seeing is our people are unstable. Like when you pulled Ephraim as a silly dove. Right. Our people are unstable, going from one religion to another. Officer, you talking about how, and I know it's true, you have couples in marriage, one believes in one God, one believes in another God.
Yep. Right.
That's a house of confusion.
Yep.
Your children going to grow up in confusion. Go ahead, finish verse 3.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Whatever he does shall prosper. We in all these different religions, and we yet to prosper.
That's heavy you say that, Cap, about the children growing up in confusion. That's exactly how we lived in my household. You had the Catholicism growing up, and then you had the touches of Santeria growing up. We were confused as to what was what.
All them damn
And all praise to the Most High. Right.
Hey,
You know?
Hey, Cap, can I get one?
Yeah.
Jeremiah 7, and then start at verse 8. Because as I was looking at it, you pointed out the sister throwing the damn mud back into the sea
Right.
and all of this other stuff, right? They into Santeria, Brujeria. All right, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 8. Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit.
All of these different religions, like the pastor said, they believe in everything, right? So they trust in these things, right?
Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal?
That's what they doing.
Correct.
They in there taking, look like right here, right now on the screen. The brothers bowing down. They paying homage to these other guys, right? Come on.
And walk after other gods whom ye know not.
Whom we know not, read.
And come and stand before me in this house.
And you come and stand before the Lord. And then I saw one clip where the sister said that, yeah, we are Jews. You call yourself a Jew, but yet you commit all this abomination before the Lord. Come on.
And come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations.
Right. So that's the confusion of our people. They think that going into all these different religions and Santeria and Brujeria, they think that all of this stuff is going to bring them closer to God, but yet it's pushing them further away.
All right.
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, get Romans chapter 10. Back you up on that.
Yep.
Hey, this right here is a prime example. Let us know the Gentiles in the New Testament is Northern Kingdom.
Yep.
It ain't no other people because that's why 1 Corinthians 12 it says he's carried away onto dumb idols. They got, what was it, like 5, 6 different religions going on at once?
At least.
That's crazy. Romans 10 and 1.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Right. Paul had to deal with the same thing that we see in today. And his desire, like our desire, is Northern Kingdom could be saved, could wake up, right? Read.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God.
Like the backup officers bringing out, the pastor or whatever he was, Ramon, said that the people, they're very faithful and religious, right? So they zealous to serve a God, read.
But not according to knowledge.
It's not the God of the Bible.
Right.
Even the fact that her saying she's a Jew, she's really in her mind thinking Jewish.
Right.
Caesar Bo is still her savior.
Right.
God is still white, and so are all the angels. Because I guarantee if we go over there right now and teach Black Christ, she's gonna start doing the Hail Mary and doing the shakes and all that foolishness, right? Read verse 3.
For they being ignorant of God's righteousness.
That's the problem. They're ignorant, meaning they lack the understanding of God's righteousness, which is what? His commandments. Christ, read.
And going about to establish their own righteousness.
So they groping. This is a prime example, Deuteronomy 28:28. They got 5 different religions in one day, all trying to find God. Read.
Have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
And that's our job. When we go out there, we're going to teach them, and Lord willing, they're going to submit. They're either going to submit or they're going to get mad and run away.
That's right.
But they're going to learn today.
Oh, and for the record, officer, that dude's name is Maximilian.
I thought it was Ramon Suarez.
Yeah, the professor.
Oh, okay.
Maximiliano.
Hey, press play on that video. I want to finish this video.
That's heavy. You got the Quran on the floor.
Damn.
Witchcraft.
Well, that's the Buddhist.
Bruh, that's some zombie stuff.
Buddhist practitioner.
Buddhism.
Yasmel Quintana.
Buddhism became our first and only religion where we felt
por así decir, que nosotros nos sentimos identificados,
identified and decided to grow as a person and spiritually.
Yeah, because these religions will co-sign their sin. That's all they're looking for.
Damn.
That's all they're looking for. Lifestyle and sin.
They
It gives them freedom.
and pray to God.
There you go. That's exactly what it is.
crecer como persona y espiritualmente.
So Buddhists pray like Christians.
She's a Cuban.
Hey, you notice I used to be big into the cartel movies. The cartel, they real big into this type of stuff. They go murder and do all type of wickedness.
Come back,
but
pray.
yet they make sure they go see the
confession.
Virgin Mother Mary.
confession. They make sure they go see that man once a week.
Right.
Go drop a couple of stacks on Mother Mary.
Right, like back then when we used to sacrifice, right? Northern
Same
Kingdom
thing.
would go see the priest before they go commit a murder.
There you
Bring it
go.
out.
They do the same
Correct.
thing.
Yes, sir.
Same thing. Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. Go to Jeremiah 2 real quick, dealing with that, with what we just saw. We going in every form or facet of religion except the true way. Give me that. Jeremiah 2. Let's start at verse 11, I think.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 11. Had a nation changed their gods?
So that's what you're seeing right now. Has a nation changed their gods? Absolutely. We in Buddhism, Santeria, Catholicism, Judaism, all these different religions. Read.
Which are yet no gods.
None of those things are gods. None of them. Read.
But my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit.
Right. Why? Because they still at the bottom of society to this day. Read.
Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid.
Read.
And be very desolate, saith the Lord.
Read.
For my people have committed two evils.
So God says, because of our actions, we have done two evils. Read.
They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
They forsaken the Bible. Now they want to go every form or facet outside of the scriptures. Read.
And hewn them out cisterns.
And you have hewn out cisterns, meaning what? You want to get your water, or you want to get spiritually fed from a different faucet. Read.
Broken cisterns.
You want to get fed from broken cisterns, which is what? Catholicism, Christianity, Buddhism, Buddhism,
Islam. Yes, sir.
All these different religions. Read.
That can hold no water.
What can it do?
Can hold no water.
Because none of those things are going to fulfill you with what you need. I guarantee you ain't none of them teaching what just came out of the scriptures the other day.
Correct.
Right.
Ain't none of them religions giving you the true understanding of who you are as a people, why you're in the conditions you're in, and how you're going to be delivered out of this land. You ain't getting none of that in any other religion. Understand that. Go ahead, Cap.
You know what they all agree on, though?
What's that?
Christ is not a black man.
There you go. There you go.
That's it.
There
That's
you
why
go.
they're in
They
cahoots.
all in John 3:16. Hey, scroll down on this article. I wanted to get to the part where it says what they were trying to do to the Africans when they first got there. Keep scrolling, because I just want to show y'all how we came into Christianity, and this article shows it. Keep going. Keep going. Catholic Church. Was that it? Hold on, slow down. I got small eyes.
Hey,
You saw it?
make sure. No. Let's go to
Scroll down.
Make sure you get the color scripture lined up.
Yeah. Scroll down. Hold on. Go back up real quick. Says the Catholic Church. Nope. Scroll down.
I think it's right below that one. Right?
Okay.
Africa,
Hold on.
Caribbean.
Yeah. Santeria was
There you
born.
go. Is that it? The Spanish. There you go. The Spanish tried to force Catholicism. Read that where it says the Spanish.
The Spanish tried to force Catholicism.
Hold on. Read it again.
The Spanish tried to force Catholicism on the enslaved.
So, understand, this is how we got Christianity in every land. Whether you in Cuba, whether you in North Carolina, whether you in Brazil, wherever you at, understand. The white man brought us Catholicism and Christianity. We showed it many times. I forgot the Northern Kingdom Taino ruler, but when they got the cross to his head.
Aguevana.
Yes.
Aguevana.
He said. Yes. But anyway,
Yes,
they
sir.
forced that religion on us.
That's
So
the Jesuit priest. That was.
Yep,
yes,
the
sir, yes,
Jesuit
sir.
priest. Read it again.
The Spanish tried to force Catholicism on the enslaved. But the Africans who made the transatlantic voyage brought their own religions, camouflaging them by attaching symbols of their orishas, Yoruba deities, to Catholic saints.
So they brought their own things, but understand the religion of Catholicism, Christianity, all of that was given to us in slavery.
Right.
They didn't give us the Bible, they just gave us their understanding of the Bible. That's what y'all got to understand. We never worship a white Jesus. We never worshiped Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, none of those things. We didn't do that. The white man gave us that, and this article backs it up, along with all the other historical books, articles, and facts that we brought out over the years. So,
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word.